Regardless whether you like it or you don't like it, you love it, you hate it, one thing for damn sure, you are gonna respect it.
Yo, what it do, and welcome back to All the Gold Podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Derek J. That's your boy.
Coop, episode 86, y'all. 86. We are so close to 100. Came a long way. Goddamn.
Man, oh man. Coop, let me tell you something, man. Tonight, NXT was a damn snooze fest to me, man.
Yeah.
Usually NXT, I really have no problems with NXT, but tonight was a snooze fest to me.
Yeah,
I didn't think that nothing that was of significance basically was happened. I feel like they didn't build for Evolution. I feel like they was just building for the Great American Bash. But I remember last night, Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis said that it was going to be a tag team that was going to qualify for the women's tag team titles with Raquel and Roxanne Perez, but I didn't even hear if that was the case. Like maybe I missed it. I don't know, but I didn't hear nobody being the challengers for the for Evolution. Did you?
Which is real shocking, by the way, because I was like, okay, maybe this is the point where we get an announcement on far as that, because I literally said yesterday I got more questions than answers, and I'm still more questions than answers as far as that goes.
Right. But I guess maybe they'll probably do something where they probably maybe be a run-in or something, maybe probably next week, or maybe on Raw. Maybe NXT team will show up on Raw next week. I don't know.
That could be something.
That could be the case, though.
Yeah, that could be something different. Yeah,
yep.
that could be that would do something.
Well, let's go ahead and kick this show off, man. Let's get this show on the road, man. Because like I said, I'm not gonna be long tonight, man. Because this like usually I don't shit on NXT, but tonight was like they just threw this shit together, man.
Yeah,
they threw it together. Trick Williams kicks off the show. Actually, it was a recap of last week's events. Then Trick Williams kicks off the show. He comes out to do commentary. Wes Lee was being accompanied by High Rise. Joe Hendry comes out. He comes out to a big pop. The first match of the night was Wes Lee versus Joe Hendry. Hendry takes control of the beginning of the match. Wes Lee hits a headlock to take down Joe Hendry in the outside of the ring. Then he hits a baseball slide into the announce table. Hendry gets his bearings and hits a clothesline to take out Wes Lee. Hendry then gets taken down on the outside after a distraction from High Rise. And then that's when Wes Lee hits a 450 splash. After they roll him back in the ring, Wes Lee hits a 450 splash to Hendry. He goes for the pin, but Hendry kicks out. Joe Hendry then hits an inverted fisherman suplex, goes for the pin, but Tyson puts Wes's leg on the rope. Mike Santana then comes down to make the save. For all those who don't know, Mike Santana from TNA comes to make the save. Then Hendry hits the standing ovation for the win. Like I said, this is a very simple match, very, very quick match. What's your quick thoughts on this, Coop?
Quick thoughts on this. I do like Trick Williams as champion. I do like the interaction between him and Joe Hendry over the past few weeks. I believe there's going to be a triple threat match. Am I correct?
Yeah, you are correct, sir.
Okay, so a triple threat match. I feel like that's going to be a good match. This was a very short, straight to the point match. This is a way for them to put more eyes on Joe Hendry. So I was excited about that, but it was a good match. It did what it did. So that's what I got on that. Far as that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think this is the only match that actually set up a good story. Well, set up a story because you're trying to get that redemption arc of Joe Hendry getting his title that he lost to Trick Williams back from. Mm-hmm. So this is like a good redemption story. And then you also add the element of having Mike Santana in, making the triple threat match because Mike is an up-and-coming star in TNA. And he also challenged Trick. Also, he lost to Trick on NXT for the TNA title. Excuse me. So this makes sense. I do get behind what they're trying to do here. Wes Lee involved. That's pretty cool. High Rise, I'm not really too fond of them. I don't really care about them like that. So overall, I think this is what the best. This probably was the best storytelling match of the night. If you
Okay.
want to put
If you had to pick a winner, who would you pick?
Shit, out of them three,
yeah.
I'm actually go with for the surprise win, because what I'm hearing that TNA really likes Mike Santana, so I think that Mike Santana might pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
I think he might pull out the victory. Before I go any further, we got some comments in the building. Our boy Robert Brown is in the building. He says, Craig, what's happening, brother?
What up, Robert? What up, bro?
Yes, sir. Man, you hear that damn thunder in the back? God, Lee.
Yeah.
That storm is above us, boy.
Yeah, that's going crazy.
Can you hear it in the background?
I heard it earlier, but it's kind of calmed down a little bit. I heard something like a couple minutes ago, but maybe it's like light on my end.
So it's like coming. The storm is on our side now.
Yeah.
That shit is rumbling out there, boy.
Dang.
Robert Brown says, he said, Brother Derek, what's happening? Ain't much, man. I'm just gonna run through this damn NXT tonight. He said, not gonna lie, I don't watch NXT that much. The only NXT guy that got my interest so far is Obafemi. Yeah, that's the only reason why I watch it.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. He hasn't been fighting that much neither. Yeah,
he hasn't been fighting that much either. You're right about that.
Yeah. They've been keeping him backstage like the past 4 weeks, I feel like.
Yeah. But yeah, to basically answer your question again, Coop, man, I think Santana might win this triple threat though.
Okay.
Him and Joe Hendry probably can go at it, you know what I'm saying, on TNA programming and basically chase each other for the championship.
I guess when I think about it,
for the championship.
For the sake of heel wise, I feel like Trick Williams might retain for some reason. Mm-hmm. Just to add more prestige to his heel character, more attention to the TNA title. I do feel like Trick Williams gonna get this win. I feel like, and by the way, Booker T paused when Trick Williams came out. Tell me why that man's oiled up. That was crazy.
Hey, yo, what did he say?
He said, yeah, he nice and oiled up. I said, Booker T, chill, bro.
That's crazy.
I said the bad timing of that is insane.
Yeah, that's nuts, yo. Yeah, man. Yeah, though. Chiseled up, though. Yeah. Like,
he said, yo, oiled up. I said, oh, gosh.
Yeah, he crazy, yo. All right, let's move on, yo.
Let's do it.
Let's move on, man. We got basically a Tatum Paxley, Sol, Ruka, and Zarya was backstage. Tatum asked, did she do something bad? Sol and Zarya was trying to warn Tatum about Izzy. Izzy pops up and manipulated Tatum, saying that Sol and Zarya is a team already and that they don't need her, and basically that her and Tatum will be a good team together as well.
Mm-hmm.
Tatum agrees, and then she walks off. So with all that being said, this has been going on for a couple weeks now. Tatum Paxley walking backstage because after Gigi Dolan and Shotzi Blackheart had left the company or been released by the company, she's been playing the character of being real lonely and stuff, and she's looking for a friend. So Izzy has manipulated her, took it, and then she's taking a liking to Izzy. So basically, they're forming a tag team right now. Now, I thought that this was the tag team that was going to get announced for.
Right.
Side. Right. So I was really they solidified that, but it didn't happen. So, with that being said, what do you think about that whole segment?
So first I was curious about this whole segment, but then when I saw the match later on, like far as them in the ring interacting together, I'm not too familiar with Tatum Paxley, but I can see how she can go in the ring, which is excellent. I like how she fits with the calling. I think that's a good group for her. So I was excited about that. So I like what they're going with this. And I do agree with what you're saying as far as the tag team. I was like, okay, maybe they're going to announce them. Maybe they're going to announce Zarya. They didn't say anything. I was like, I had an opportunity right there. And that's why I was excited yesterday about this, because I was like, okay, we got some legit people like in NXT, so they can redo something. So that was weird that they didn't actually move on that. Right.
That was super weird to me. I thought they was at least gonna,
at
least Abel would have came out and say, hey, since you guys won your match, you guys are the team that would be facing blah blah blah. But they were just building for Great American Bash. So I was like, whatever. At this point, I was falling asleep on this shit. I was like, okay, whatever. Rob says, if I had a ticket to NXT, Obafemi wasn't there, I'd no-show the event. He also said Booker T is straight losing it.
Yeah, he was. See, so he was.
He's off the hook, man.
Yeah,
he's off the hook.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, damn, Booker, just be quiet a little bit, yo. Just be quiet a little bit.
Yeah.
Next up, we're gonna move right along. Luca Crucifino was in the ring trying to explain himself, basically from the events of the last couple of weeks. Luca Crucifino was in the ring trying to explain himself and basically clear up all any just clear the air, basically. He says Tony D comes out. He says Tony D comes out to challenge Luca's loyalty. Luca said he gave up everything to come to WWE and to be loyal to Tony D. Stacks then comes in and interrupts, says that Luca tells Luca thank you, you know what I'm saying, for helping him win the Heritage Cup, whatever. Because that's one championship, like I said, I cannot stand. So helping him win the Heritage Cup, Luca lays out both Tony D and Stacks, hit them both with 2 rights, and left them both in the ring on the ground. And he walked off. He said his loyalty lies only with Luca Crucifino. So basically, to wrap that whole segment up, in my opinion, I just think that Luca had enough of all that bullshit, and he's ready to just break out on his own. Not sure where his character goes after this because, what would you do on your own? I don't want you to be like Giovanni Vinci out here, the Imperium, you know what I'm saying? He left Gunther and him. He had nowhere to, he had nothing to do. But I could see this, though. This could be a swerve still. This could be a swerve because he can make himself look like he's, by himself. He knocked out Tony D. Stacks takes the punch, to sell that he's, by his side. And then when Tony D is more vulnerable, then he betrays him fully. And then him and Stacks, they pair up, they team up like the new.
Oh, okay.
New, what you call it? Full-blooded Italians or something like that.
Okay. Okay. All right. You cooking. Yeah, you cooking. That could be something. That's interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
See,
I think it could be like a double swerve.
Yeah, because that's what I thought at first. Actually, when he first came out, I was like, okay. At first, my first thought was like, okay, how long he gonna keep constantly explaining himself, constantly explaining his loyalty, to the point where he's talking about how he was loyal, how he quit school, how he did a number of things. I'm like, damn, where is he going with this? And I'm like, he just punch me in the mouth, like get this shit like moved. It's exactly what I said.
I'm so over the mafia, the whole mafia story.
And then Stacks came out. Can we please get rid of that goddamn trophy? It makes no sense. It's professional wrestling. Like it looks weird. Even when you carrying it out, going like this. He's talking trash. You're like, yeah, like no, give them, melt that shit down, put that shit into a damn title because that makes no sense. I like the fact.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like the fact that he punched in the mouth. I say, okay, cool. This is where we going. We got something different. It may be the same storyline as far as them interacting with each other, them 3, but this is another added layer to the storyline. As far as him like trying to go his own way. Yeah, it sounds good on paper, but you still got unfinished business with both of them. You punch both of them in the face, and they're not going to let that slide. So now you're going to see where this go. To your point about them doing a double turn, that could be something because I feel like they need to keep the storyline interesting because it's been going on since February, I think. I feel like it's on since February. Since February. So I feel like they're going to have to keep adding some layers. I even though I walk into the segment with more questions and answers, but this is the first time in a while. I was like, okay, that's interesting. I like where they're going with this. This add more mystery to the storyline. So let's see where it's going to go.
Yep. Just going back to your point real quick. They need to melt that title. I mean, they need to melt that Heritage Cup down and make it a title. Yeah. Like I said, man, how the hell can you? I just saying I can't come out to the ring with a big ass cup. That looks dumb to me, man. I'm sorry. That looks stupid.
It is.
Whatever, man. I mean, teach his own. You might now look. I don't want to make anybody mad on the IWC, but they might come after our ass. Oh well, you guys know the power of the Heritage Cup. You know what I'm saying? That cup has been around since NXT UK, and it represents the United Kingdom and all the greats who held it. I'm like, okay, whatever.
And it represents the E for never give up, and it represents the X for never getting injured, and it represents the T for being team. So you don't know what that is, okay? Right. All right, I stand with them.
Like, geez, okay.
All right, whatever.
Yeah,
you got it.
Go back to your basement, close the door.
Where your cookies?
Basement, sir.
What did Charles Barkley say? That's your grandma's
house? No, shit. What did he say? He said a lot of wild stuff.
I know. Yeah.
He said them boys coming. Them young boys coming. I'm like, hey, yo.
Shaq was like,
yeah, Shaq, yo. Charles is a fool, yo.
Say them boys. He was serious too. Say them boys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what you gonna do when you got somebody and they pressing against you and they putting they hitting you. I'm like, hey, yo.
They was like, what?
Damn, that's crazy, man. Every time I see those Charles Barkley clips, I be crying laughing, yo.
Yeah, he legit. Like, man, every time, yo, he does. I think he does it on purpose. I don't know.
I think so. To get a cheap pop or whatever.
Or it might have off night like I did yesterday. I don't know. So
yeah, you was wild yesterday.
Yeah. That was pack me up, bro.
Yep. Obafemi was backstage. He was interviewed by Kelly Kincaid. I think she's a new announcer backstage correspondent. Correspondent backstage. She asks who he has a preference to face. Oba said he wants to see if Inamura can make it past Jasper Troy tonight.
Yeah.
Inamura said he will be ready for his biggest opportunity, and I guess he was trying to say the NXT Championship, but he said he's going to be ready for his biggest opportunity. Oba said he is the one constant in NXT. While other title changes, he is still the champ. He said he is not the hunted, but he is the hunter. And Inamura says he will see him at the Bash, meaning the Great American Bash. Coop, what do you think about that whole interaction with Obafemi and Yoshiki Inamura?
Okay, here's my thing. I'm not liking what they're doing with Obafemi. I feel like he spends too much time backstage. I feel like he's not being presented. You know what I'm saying? It was one point when he's got the belt. I don't know how long he has had a title since we started our podcast. He's had a belt probably longer than that, of course.
I think he had it. And I think he lost it.
He lost it. Oh yeah, the second title run.
Is this his first title run? The second title run. And he got me wanting to Google it, man. Go ahead, finish this run.
I just talk as you Google, so if I'm wrong, just correct me. But yeah, so I feel like the way they use him is weird. Like he's doing more backstage segments, and it's more. I feel like 2 months ago, you see him prominently on the shows. He'd come out, cut a promo, do whatever. I feel like he's not being utilized like he should be. You know what I'm saying? And something about him in the back and forth backstage, it felt kind of lackluster. It didn't hit the way I wanted to get excited about the feud, potential feud. I'd rather him come out or cut a promo than he get interrupted by both guys saying this was going to happen, this was going to happen, some kind of intense stare down. I feel like the backstage segment kind of took away from the momentum and the excitement of them feuding. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like I hope in the future they have him more in a role that he deserves in. Like he should be outside in the ring talking or fighting or whatever the case may be. It's just weird to see him backstage all the time. He's not on the show barely. And I think Alex said that too. It's like, imagine going to the show, you're all excited and it's your favorite wrestler and he's backstage. You want to see him there. You know what I'm saying? That's the weird thing about to me, you know.
Right. To go back to your point,
yeah.
Obafemi looks like Obafemi had that title. I think he had this is his first title reign as NXT champion.
Okay.
But he has the belt. He's had the belt since January 7th of this year.
Oh wow. Okay. Gotcha.
He had it right before, right when the new year started. But he had 2 NXT North American title reigns. That's why I was getting confused at. Because he had 2 title reigns for the NXT North American Championship, and he had one. This is the one that he beat. Actually, he beat Trick Williams on January 7th. He beat Trick. Yeah.
I need to go back and watch.
Yeah, he's had it for a while, man.
I can watch that match. Okay, got you. Okay.
Yeah, it was an okay match too. Go back and check it out.
All right, bet I'm gonna go back and watch that.
Yeah, man. Not really much to go. I understand where you're coming from as far as the Obafemi thing. They do need to showcase him more because he is the champion. He's the face of the brand. I think that I would like to see Oba do more opening segments myself. Do more.
Yeah. I think that'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
He's a dominant champion, man. Like I said, I just can't wait for him to end this NXT run and go get to the main roster because I want to see him versus Gunther so bad. Gunther. I want to see him versus man. A lot of people, man.
Sheamus versus Randy Orton.
Sheamus, Rusev.
Oh, Rusev. That'd be cool, man. That'd be amazing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I love
moving
that.
right along. Where was I at? Myles Borne versus Lexis King. This was an interesting match. Basically, it was really short. It was really sweet, short, sweet, and to the point.
Yeah.
Nothing really didn't happen of meaning in this match. It was a slow start to the match, back and forth action. Lexis King taking over. He was taking over from the beginning of the match. Lexis King did a superplex to Myles Borne. Lexis hits a running drop kick to the corner to Myles Borne. Then he goes for the coronation, but Myles countered with a nice drop kick under the chin. Lexis King then ducks. He ducks some punch, but then Myles Borne catch him with a right hand, and then he hits him with the zigzag for the win, something like that. Yeah, this match right here, just real quick on this match because it really was a nothing burger. Basically just trying to build Myles Borne up as a babyface. That's all they're trying to do.
Okay, gotcha.
And Lexis King's one of them annoying ass heels that, he's I call him a jobber heel because that's, they feeding him to everybody just to make a star. So, and it's a shame too because he came in, if he would have just kept his damn, Lexis King, the whole name, I think people went sour on him when he changed his name to Lexis King because he was Brian Pillman Jr. in AEW.
Oh, that was him, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's Brian Pillman Jr. Yeah. So when he came to WWE, people want him to take the mantle of his father, but he, changed his name to Lexis King. I think it's something where his nephew or his niece, he used their name and he split it up, whatever. Oh, but anyway, people wanted him to be Brian Pillman Jr. He didn't take up the mantle of his father, and he's playing this tiger stripe, beard, chin, face ass character on NXT. So I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Moving right along. Dark State, man. They cut a promo. This shit was wild, man. They was talking about the state of NXT, talking about how, you got somebody from Pro Wrestling Noah challenging for the NXT Championship. You got the TNA Championship being defended on WWE. And they said something weird at the end, and I don't know if you caught this. They said they know where they're going, but the audience talking about we don't know. I was like, what the hell does that mean? We can show up anywhere at any time. I'm like, the fuck does that mean? First of all, you guys are definitely not ready for the main roster.
No,
definitely not. They're not ready for the main roster. First of all, yeah, if you do show up at the main roster, you're gonna be like Retribution 2.0.
Yeah.
Because you guys are
ass
in a bag, in a paper bag.
You are shit in the bag. You
in the bag.
This is walking trash. This is dog water.
Dog water.
This is dog water. Wait, hold on. Okay, so
mucho basura.
This is mucho basura. This is everything. Okay, so only show I didn't watch this last week because we've been consistent. They were not on the show last week, correct? Right?
No, sir. I think they cut another promo.
See, this is the thing that
cut another promo.
I think first
of all, they're not doing anything of substance. They cut two promos back to back. They've been off and on TV for a minute. The last time we actually saw them in the ring was basically around that pay-per-view. What was the last Battleground? I think it was Battleground, or a little bit. I think either it was Battleground or a show before Battleground. But anyway, they're not doing anything of substance. They don't gel together. The personalities in the group are bland and dry as hell. Like they're trying to be tough, but Cutler James, I don't hear no toughness, no character out. He just sounds like he's reading a book. The other guy, God, what is his name? Damn, Sugars, the Sugars, Tavon Sugar, whatever his name is. He sounds like he's from Southeast DC.
He do.
Like he's straight off a Good Hope Road.
He was even moving like he was like he was like the way it's like
right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo. And then the other two light skinned boys, I'm like, yo, y'all not tough, man. Let's stop it, yo.
I don't get it. I don't. This I think okay between them and what's that group AEW that John Moxley's with? I can't think of the name. Death Riders. These two groups frustrate the fuck out of me.
I'd rather have the Death Riders over them, though.
I'd rather have the Death Riders, at least as a world champion. I can't believe I'm giving these ninjas a compliment. God damn. But it frustrates me because it doesn't make any sense. You're coming back after no week of TV for like a good 4 weeks, and then you're saying how you're gonna fuck up the roster and do all this stuff, and you can show up anywhere, and everybody's like, okay. I don't take it seriously.
I don't take them seriously at all. I just think that they had 4 guys, and they probably want to do experiments, see how they gel, and it didn't work out.
Put these guys on 2K. Put them on 2K. There you go. Put them in the My Story role, something like that. There you go. That's what you need. They
want them people. They want them groups on. Like if they was a character on 2K, you will never pick them.
Nah, you like. I want to get it.
Nah, I want
pass. Nah, his overall is like 47. I'm good. Nah,
yeah. Dark State was ass, yo. They are ass.
Dog water.
Dog water. Yeah. Third match of the night. Let's get it. Third match of the night. Thea Hale versus Lainey Reid. I thought this was a nothing burger match too because first of all, they're not even explaining why they are fighting. I think they did have a little scuffle or a little confrontation last week, but no real build up to it. No real story behind it. So bad that they don't even have a photo of it. So Thea Hale versus Lainey Reid. Thea Hale goes on the attack. Rapid shots to Reid on the ground. Reid gains momentum. Reid hits a crazy shoulder. Now she did hit a nice shoulder breaker on her. She hit a shoulder breaker.
That was good.
That looked deadly. I like that one. I like that shoulder breaker. That was pretty cool. And she hit the shoulder breaker into Hale and goes to the pin. Hale kicks out. Reid hits a knee to the face and then uses the ropes for the win. I'm just summarizing it because that shit was, like I said, nothing burger match.
Yeah, I wrote knee to the gut. That's what it looked like.
Knee to the gut. They
that's what that's what it was.
Like pancakes anyway.
I wrote knee to the gut in my notes.
Like, knee right to the nipples. She just dropped. Boom.
That was it. Yeah, you're right. Nothing burger.
It was a nothing burger match, man. I'm like, yo, okay, next. What's your thoughts on that, man? Because like I said, my thoughts is a nothing burger. I'm just gonna let you know, nothing burger. I see that Lainey Reid is being prominent more on NXT television because I think she's from Evolve, and I think they're moving her up, which is pretty good. Like she's working away, but I think the Thea Hale. And another thing about Thea Hale, real quick, in your intro, you don't have to keep saying you're a grown ass woman. Okay, we know that.
Thank you.
Thank you. A grown ass woman. You sound crazy.
I was going to say she need to slow down because I feel like I got her on fast forward, but she be just I'm like,
she's on Riddle. She's on Riddle and something, yo.
Chill.
She one of them kids that rode the short bus. No, I'm just playing.
She moved too fast, yo. I'm like, slow down. I'm a grown ass woman. Okay, we get it.
Grown ass woman.
You pay bills. Okay, got it. Got you. Okay.
Okay, Miss Independent. We got you. That's all you got with that one, Coop?
Yeah, that's all I got. It was super quick. It was really quick. I like the shoulder breaker move. I thought her move was weird because I feel like she was going to the face, like you mentioned, but if like it knee to the gut, I really watched. Oh, that knee to the gut. That's what I wrote because I don't know if they kind of botched that a little bit. I thought that was kind of weird, but that's what I got for that match.
Yeah. Let's move on. In QCC, No Quarter Catch Crew was backstage. Ren Sinclair said that she's glad that Tavion Heights is still in the group. Tavion says he wants the same match Charlie gave Myles so he can leave the group. Charlie says he agrees, but he says if he wins, this is the last time they will have this conversation. Once again, a nothing burger segment because, first of all, why the hell are you asking to leave a group when you can just be a man and you just walk the fuck away? Like, I would not be asking nobody for no release. What is he, your slave master, sir? What's going on? Sir, I would like that same match you gave Myles, sir. And if I win, boss, I won't be free now. Man, sit your ass down, man. Just walk away, dog. Like, come on, man.
That's official. Pack him up in the night.
Right.
Brought to you by Lugs. Lugs Boo of the Week.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dempsey. I said I just want my freedom, sir. If I beat you next week, sir, can I please have my freedom? Like, man, yo, you sound dumb as hell, man.
Yeah, that was weird.
Asking to leave a group, man. I'll walk the fuck away. Man, next.
So where you going? I'm leaving. I'm going to Raw. There it is.
Man, he ain't gonna do shit if you go to Raw though.
Oh no, never mind.
Yeah, he got talent though. I ain't gonna lie. I like Tavion Heights, but I don't think he's ready yet.
You go to main event or the show Speed.
Yeah, it'd be main event.
There you go.
Be a job at main event.
Yep.
Let's see. Jasper Troy. He said that Obafemi didn't look dominant when he faced him last time, and he says, Inamura, I'm going to run right through you, and then I'm going to get back to Oba. I'm just paraphrasing. He's going to get back to Oba and challenge him for the NXT title again. I was like, okay,
yeah,
Mr. LFG, you only been on the show. You only been on the show for a hot maybe a month and a half, and you already got your title opportunity. And you know you're damn lucky that they're actually doing that, because usually, remember somebody like Maven and all that, they won the contest enough and all that. They didn't get a shot to the main event already.
No,
you know. So, sir, you still. I understand you're a big guy, but I'm not. You got to put in some work for me to get behind you. Make sure that you're a believable champion or a believable contender.
I'm not feeling this yet. I'm sorry. They're trying to give him that superstar mega push. I'm not feeling this at all.
Yeah,
I feel like it's way too soon.
It's way too soon.
It's too soon. It doesn't. And then when he talks, it's like it's not.
It's like he's trying to be tough.
Yeah, I feel like this is something we're gonna look. I do feel like he's gonna go somewhere in the future. I feel like we're gonna look back on this and be like, "Damn, he came a long way." You know what I'm saying? It's going to be good. Not right now. Not right now. No.
Yeah. So moving right along, Sol Ruka and Zarya versus Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame. And alongside, they had the call in at ringside. I thought this was a pretty cool match.
Yeah.
This match right here, basically, let me see. I think I got it. I think I got a picture. I don't got a picture of Sol and Zarya, but I do have a picture of Izzy and Tatum in the ring. Yep, there we go. So all four ladies was in the ring at the same time. Zarya picks up Sol, and they do a bicycle kick to knock out Izzy and Tatum during the beginning of the match. They fall out of the ring. Sol and Tatum go back and forth. Sol hits a spinning a pinning bridge combo. Tatum kicks out. Zarya and Izzy exchange blows in the middle of the ring after they made the tags to each one of their partners made the tag.
Yeah.
Sol hits the surfboard. That was pretty cool. Jumps onto Izzy on the outside, and Zarya tosses Tatum, picks her up, tosses her up with a gorilla press, toss her to the outside onto Izzy Dame. Commercial break. Tatum and Izzy use like some kind of, I don't know what do you call it, like a pull. I guess I just put they did some teamwork, kept Zarya in the corner. Izzy hits a choke slam to Zarya. Sol hits a code breaker to Izzy. Now here's what caught my eye. Sol hits a code breaker to Izzy. Tatum moved Izzy out of the way just in time. That's when Zarya hits a spear to Sol, takes her out. Then Izzy hits the sky high, hits the old D'Lo Brown finisher for the win. So they're basically planting the seed, start planting the seed, Zarya and Sol, for the North American Championship. In my opinion, what do you think, Coop?
I do feel like this is the best match of the night. I definitely enjoy this match. As I mentioned earlier, I like what they're doing with Tatum Paxley. They're add her in the calling. I feel like it's a good chemistry with them. I do see them doing something with Zarya, doing that accidental spear. You know how that's always the feud thing. They always do. That's a catalyst for everything. So now they got something here. So for them to go back and forth with a potential feud, I'm excited about. So I like how this match adds some depth and storyline. So this is a good match. To me, this is the best match of the night. To me. So I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, man. Like I said, this might be the catalyst for the breakup between Sol and Sol Ruka and Zarya, because, like you said, when you hit that accidental spear, and then they start bringing the questions, oh, did you mean it, and all that stuff like that, getting them to turn on each other. They're doing something with Tatum Paxley. I see that they're trying to build her into the storyline. Izzy Dame, everybody knows she's dating Braun Breaker right now, so that's his girlfriend.
That's who that was. Okay,
yeah, that's why she's getting pushed so hard now. I figured it out. Connect the dots.
Gotcha.
So yeah, man, I see. They're building up I think they're future stars. They're building up the women's division. So, hey, big ups to them, man.
Right.
Moving right along, Ava was backstage with All Ego Ethan Page and Vanity Project Ricky Starks. Ethan says he will grant Ricky a rematch, but he will have to go through a vanity project gauntlet next week. Ricky agrees, but he also said if he wins, he will make the terms and the stipulations for his match for the North American Championship. And I think they said it's going to be for the Great American Bash. Coop, what is your thoughts on All Ego, Ethan Page, and Ricky Saints?
I like these two together. I like their feud. I like their back and forth. I remember when they first fought, I said, hope we get 1-on-1 match. That's what we're getting. So this is going to be a great match. I do feel like let's get away from them being backstage every week.
Right.
Let's get in the middle of the ring and do something like a promo back and forth to add into the segment. So I feel it's a good opportunity for them to go back and forth. So I'm excited for them to fight again, and I'm excited about I don't want to say backlash, the bash. It's gonna be great. I like this.
Yeah. And like you said, I'm tired of them seeing them backstage. One of them supposed to be rumored supposed to be going to Seth's faction. I don't know who it's going to be. Hopefully we get this taken care of and they can move on from this because right now. You don't want to get too stale, and they've been going at it for a couple months now. So basically, if they can wrap this up, and then we'll probably see somebody debut on the main roster, and I'm thinking it's going to be Ethan Page. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that it'd be Ethan Page. Like I said, he's one of my favorite heels in NXT right now. So
yeah, definitely,
we definitely will see in the coming future. This is where I went to the bathroom at because I knew that it was coming up when I heard the music. Chase U segment. And you know what I put on my notes for that?
Yeah, I missed that one too. I don't know what happened.
I don't give a damn about no damn Chase U segment. Sucker ass. Yeah, man, please, man.
I missed that one.
That shit is dry bones, man. That shit died when that shit died at the end of the year. Chase U.
I went straight to the main event, like.
Yeah, man. I went to the bathroom. So when I heard that the trumpet playing and stuff like that, I said, man, let me go to the bathroom here. Walk down the hall. Anyway, Kelly Kincaid was backstage with Joe Hendry. Mike Santana says that they have one thing in common, says that they want to bring the TNA Championship back to TNA. Ava made a match. Next week, it will be Mike Santana and Joe Hendry versus High Rise. And we don't know who's going to win that match. I'm looking at it right now. Joe Hendry and Mike Santana. Ain't no way in the world High Rise is winning against them two.
Nah, not at all.
Those bunch of sucker MCs. You know what I'm saying? Bunch of sucker MCs perpetrating as wrestlers, yo.
Bunch of marks.
Yeah, a bunch of marks, man. So, yeah, ain't nothing. That was a nothing burger segment. Ricardo was backstage congratulating Izzy and Tatum on their win. Ava walks up and said since she pinned Sol Ruka, talking to Izzy Dame, she has a North American title shot at Great American Bash. Hank and Tank walks up and says that they know it was Spears and Vance who attacked them. Tatum yells and says she knows that her new best friends wouldn't do that. Like, bitch, you just got there. Hold up, man. You just got there. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call me. I'm tripping, yo. I'm so tripping. I got the thug mode. I'm sorry, yo.
That's not your friend. You don't know her.
Yeah, that's not your friend. You just got there. Okay, chill out, yo. You don't even know these people like that. You're like the kid who gets they give you the lollipop. Someone, I got some candy in my van. You jump in the van. Shut up. Yeah, shut up. Yeah, man. So they just basically once again, I didn't mean to call her that, yo. I want people like the feminists might be out there. Oh my God, they're vulgar on here.
All the gold fuckers. Here they go again.
Oh yeah, there's some sucker MCs. What's up, Thomas? Thomas in the building. He said sucker MC. So yeah, yeah, man. So she don't even know him anyway. And then like Hank and Tank. Here's the thing about Hank and Tank. Who else challenged you guys for the tag team titles? Who else is challenging y'all right now? Nobody.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think that Sean Spears and Nico Vance are the only ones who probably could have took you out backstage?
That wouldn't make sense.
Makes you want to think, right?
Mm-hmm. It wouldn't make sense.
Dumbass down too. Y'all, that was about the dumbest thing. And then security was holding one person back. I'm like, yo, come on, man.
You know how
he's holding back like this.
Yeah, you know how like I used to do security, right? And you could tell the person who don't want no smoke for real. You going like this and barely holding them back, bro. Chill. No, you're gonna beat the brakes off. You better chill. You know what I'm saying? That's how it looked when they was doing that. I'm like, security ain't doing all that, bro.
He probably couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag, man. Shut
yeah,
down, man.
like come on, man. Gosh,
all that
damn
talk, man.
Some damn jabronis.
Tough ass. Sit down, Mr. Tough Guy. You ain't tough. Next match, man. Yoshiki Inamura versus Jasper Troy. Hard hitting match. Both competitors were exchanging blows. Did a nice sidewalk slam by Jasper Troy, man. He picked him up, did a nice sidewalk slam. Inamura did a clothesline to Troy to the outside, taking him out. It was a commercial break after that. Inamura hits, he hit these fake ass Honda 100 hand slaps. He was like, hoo, 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 hoo. Like, I know you're from Japan, dog, but don't stereotype yourself, bro. You did not have to do that. This is not Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
He did do that.
Dumbass. Pack you up. You are the pack up of the night for that one.
Hey. He was like,
yeah. I said, man, if he break out in the level 3 super, I'm gonna be mad as shit if he hit that that bonsai torpedo. I would have been
I would have done, yo. That's it, man.
Yeah,
cut the damn TV off.
Look, I swear to God, when he hit that Honda, I bust out laughing so bad, yo. The only thing I do is remember playing Street Fighter, and I said I couldn't stand Honda, man. So people who spam Honda, I'm like, oh God,
that'd be me.
Sit down, yo.
That'd be me.
Anyway, Inamura with the win. He and Oba pauses on. They pose on stage. Oba came behind him, and that was crazy. Whoa. Oba walked behind him, held up the NXT title, and then they had to stay down. But out of nowhere, Javon Evans came out of nowhere and gave Jasper Troy a floating cutter. That was pretty cool. Like, he was in the air, like floating.
Yeah, he was.
Pick him out. And now you're going to build a program between Jasper Troy and Javon Evans, which you should have been doing in like having them basically having him work his way up. That whole interject yourself in the title picture off the break, hell no.
Yeah. If that was somebody else, it'd be, oh my gosh, the golden shovel. You know,
right?
It's just saying,
crazy.
Yeah.
All right, man. This is not the last match of the night, but this is the last segment of the night. It was Jordynne Grace in the ring, and I'm just going to paraphrase what she said because she was saying a whole bunch of nothing burger too. She said she had to be vulnerable. She has to be vulnerable. She said she feel like, you know what I'm saying, she had to work her way to WWE. She says that at Evolution she will beat JC Jane to remind herself of who she is. JC Jane comes out with Fatal Influence, says that she's at the top of her game. I'm like, you never was that. You first of all, you're not even in the game.
I think they agree too.
Yeah, they agree. Yeah. So
see, yeah,
yes. So yeah, man, she was never in the game. Okay, you was always Bucky Barnes to Mandy Rose's Captain America. You've been Bucky Barnes to Fallon Henley's Captain America. So you're a sidekick. You're a sidekick with a title.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you're the worst. You know what the type of sidekick you are? You are, my friend. You're the worst Robin. Who's the worst Robin in DC Comics? Was it Jason Todd? No, Jason Todd was.
No. What's the other one?
Not Dick Grayson. No, that's not. Yeah.
Nah, Grayson
not
was
Damian Wayne. You're the girl Robin from Darkest Night, the one who had the orange afro. I forgot her name.
Ooh.
That's who you are.
Ooh.
That's who you are.
Ooh.
You're ass. Okay.
You're the Zeo Ranger number 3. That's what you are.
Right. You know who you are? You are the role to Mandy Rose's Mega Man. That's who you are.
You know who you are?
With a vacuum cleaner.
On Captain Planet, you're Earth. That's who you are.
No. She's not. She's not Kwame. You know who she is? She's the one that says heart. That's
there it is. Earth. Yeah, heart.
Your ass. They're the worst character ever. Motherfucking Captain Pollution out here. I don't know. Yo. Trying to figure out somebody else I can compare her to. You're the Luigi of the game. You're the Luigi of the game. You're second place, yo.
I got one. You are the putties of Power Rangers.
Damn.
You're the putties. Yeah, you're the putties.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
You don't. Yeah. Not the super putty with the Z on their chest. Not those.
No, you're regular putty.
You're the regular putty.
Putty.
Do all that.
They get packed up quick.
They do. They trash.
But no, let me stop, man. You're not that bad. Yes, you are. So yes, he came out and then she had Fatal Influence attack Jordynne Grace. Blake Monroe comes out, makes the save, and these high ass white boots with the fat disco heels. I was like, how the hell can you move in there? Because like you was about to fall over when she ran to the ring. That shit was crazy.
She's going on a date or something.
Yeah, I was like, yo, you ain't come prepared.
No.
Ava makes a match at the Great American Bash for a tag team match. It will be Blake and Jordynne Grace. Blake Monroe and Jordynne Grace versus Fallon Henley and JC Jane. Coop, you got anything you want to say about this match?
Yeah, you know what's weird about pro wrestling? You know, the heel will do something stupid, and then when the general manager announced their match, they get all mad or upset. Like, you earned that. Like, get mad for it. You're gonna be in a triple threat match? No, triple threat match. No. Are this their title? Why do we do that? Why?
I don't know.
I don't know why. That's a quick rant.
Hold up. Before you go, Thomas says Duke Thomas was the worst Robin. Yeah, that could be true. That could be true.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. That's a hell of a top 10.
But nah, Coop, you hit it right on the head. Why do they do that, yo?
I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, you came down and you attack somebody, and then you can't take the consequences, so it means you can dish it, but you can't take it?
Yeah.
And then act surprised. Oh my God, why? A triple threat? No. I'm like, nah, man.
Not a triple threat. And then you get beat up, and then you lay on the floor like,
yeah.
Back in the day, Jim Ross. Oh my gosh. And it's the end of the title reign. And it never is, because they heel always wins before they do that.
Crazy, you gonna sit up here and act all surprised. God damn it. And then look, so then they made the title match, right? Yeah. Like I said, this is a nothing burger too, because you have Evolution coming up. What is who from your brand? Because they're inviting NXT people to to Evolution. Right. Who from your brand is going to be on Evolution? Set that up for me, please. You did not do that. I felt like they failed on this. Yeah. I think it's time for Ava to go, man. I need William Regal to take over.
To be honest, I never really enjoyed Ava as a general manager. I thought it was weird placement. To be honest,
and gone, man.
Yeah, I miss William Regal like as a general manager. And for real, that promo with Jordynne Grace, I thought it was weird because she's letting me be vulnerable. Like, you only been feuding for like a week and a half, you know, so you haven't developed that moment to do all that. You know what I'm saying? So when she was saying about being vulnerable and all this and what she's been through, I get it. I get what they was trying to do, but the fact that they didn't have enough time to cook her being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? It's like watching a movie and a character dies or something happens to the character. No, it was no emotional investment. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of fell flat when she was doing that. So this was the cap of the night. That's what that was. Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Just that whole the whole NXT overall tonight was ass. It was only a couple matches that I like. You know what? Here's my thing. I'm tired of they have a lot of segments that don't mean nothing. Yeah. To me. They just have a lot of stage segments, a lot of interruptions. Like, I don't know, man. This NXT was hard to watch. And usually I'm on board for NXT, but for some reason I was not into it tonight like I should have been.
Yeah, because NXT has been the best show for a while. Yeah. We've been saying this. Like, I get excited about Tuesdays, you know. Yeah. And I do agree to the point where I do feel like the backstage segments are worthless to the point of halftime when they put on my note, because it's like it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? So I only got 2 hours. I need to cook on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, NXT is the fastest show of the week to me because it go by so quick.
Right.
So quick.
Let's see, man. We are currently at actually, Coop, where we at, man? Maybe I'm off.
Yeah, I believe we're at
mine's in a minute. Hold up.
I ain't think mine's in a minute. Okay. We're Right now, we are still at 1,345 subscribers, which is still pretty good.
Yep.
Again, like always, we definitely appreciate y'all. All the hard work behind the scenes, and y'all are definitely a big part of the show. So definitely appreciate y'all every single week, every single episode. We are currently approaching episode 100 very soon. So stay tuned for that. As you mentioned yesterday, please do not forget SummerSlam Night 1. Dirk and I are going live in person. Don't want to miss that. You're gonna get our live reactions. This is going to be fun. I cannot wait.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I can't wait for it, man. The live show in person. It's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah.
We want to shout out real quick Rob for coming through tonight, man. We appreciate you.
Rob.
Thomas came through for us. We appreciate you too, brother.
Thank you, Thomas.
Listen, man, we're gonna end this, man. I'm gonna take my ass to sleep.
Me too.
I'm going to bed. I gotta get up early, Mom.
I got bags.
I got my eyes are heavy, man. I woke up early and I had a long day today. So
yeah,
I'm gonna wrap this up. Cool, man. Anything else you want to say before we leave?
Again, thank you as always. Definitely appreciate y'all.
Y'all know what it is, man. We'll be tomorrow night live for Dynamite, and then after that we'll be going Friday. But we will be back Monday live. Until then, guys, I will see you. We're throwing up the deuces. Peace.
Lord.